Okay, so I haven't seen any videos or looked too closely into anything about this, but I believe I've discovered a little tech bug exploit, whatever you want to call it, that allows you to plunge in place during certain conditions. So I discovered it with, well, damn it, I have the wrong character out. There we go. Okay. So I discovered it using Beidou, where if you normally when you jump in place, you can't perform a plunging attack, of course, because you don't get enough height. But if you're using if you have your weapon drawn, you can perform plunging attacks while standing. The trick is, while you have your weapon drawn, you jump a bit higher than usual, enough to perform a plunging attack from midair on the spot. But you need to wait a moment when your character is standing back in neutral. If I do it too early, it will not work, as displayed. Like so, it will not work. You can tell by when your character is staring at NPCs, they're in neutral stance. For example, there, now she looks at the blacksmith, and she can perform the plunging attack again. And then you can perform it repeatedly. Like so. It has something to do with, it has, as mentioned, something to do with the fact that when they have the weapon drawn, they gain additional height. I also noticed that Beidou also performs it a lot easier because she's a really tall character. So for example, if I take Aether, the main character, he can also perform it sometimes, but because he's a tad shorter than the rest, it does not happen as consistently. I need to make it work at least once to make my point. Oh, come on. Not now, I'm trying to make a tutorial or display thing. Main character, agree with me. Come on. Ah! No, not now. Oh, come on. I made it work semi-consistent before, but now, of course, I can't make it work. Okay? Okay, follow my own rules. Neutral stance. He looks at blacksmith. Come on! Performance anxiety. Come on, let's go. Oh, jeez. Come on, man. Do it. Just once. Perform it once. Oh, no. I swear. It doesn't usually happen. There we go! Okay, I got it once to work, so, yeah. Again, with her it's a lot easier, because I believe it has something to do with her being taller, therefore her reaching a much higher heights when she jumps. This works like a charm. No issues whatsoever. Ningguang is an interesting case, because she's also really tall, but when she performs a regular attack, or a charge attack, she does not bring her book out, meaning she does not gain that extra height. Unless she uses a skill. Then she takes her book out, she's in a weapon pose, and now she can perform it. As easily as Beidou in a row. As long as she has the book out, goes into neutral look, then she even goes higher than Beidou, it seems like sometimes. Yeah. As such. Amber can also perform it, but like the main character, she's a bit on the shorter side, so she has a really hard time performing it. Amber? Amber? Come on, Amber. Amber. I made it work once. Oh, there we go. Alright. Are there any other characters worth of note? If I take... Oh yeah! Diona, she is extremely short. So even when she's in her weapon pose, she cannot jump worth anything. Or she does jump her own height, but that's not high enough to get off the ground. So she cannot perform this. I mean, she's an archer as well, so it's oh! Well. That's the first time I managed to perform it with her. Alright, so she can also do it. Disregard. She can perform it just fine. Well, not as consistently as the tall characters. But yeah, she can perform it. Who else? Jean. She's also a really tall character. So I recall she had a really easy time to do this as well. Yeah, here we go. Just like that. Just wait for her to tilt her head to the side. She's in neutral. And there we go. And she plunges like no tomorrow. Right. So, yeah, that's all I really had to display. I don't know if these can be utilized for anything, as because you do have to wait a few seconds before you actually can perform the plunge, because if you jump too early, it doesn't work. Right. That's all I had to do. That's all I had to show. Thanks for your time.